Good afternoon and welcome back to the YouTube channel, everyone. Happy New Year. I know it's been a while since I've given an update, but I did have my daughter's wedding, as I mentioned, at the end of December. So I've just been recovering from that and leading up to the wedding. If anybody's seen that film, Father of the Bride, it's not far wrong of what you have to kind of end up going through to organize a wedding in today's day and age. So that was really hectic, but we're back. And not to say that I've been resting on my laurels. I have, as promised, been driving the car every day. I've done over 3,000 miles in the 3 months that I've had it. So I'm still averaging about 1,000 miles a month. What have I had done since we last spoke? Well, I had the bodywork sorted out. So I had, you may remember there was some corrosion here. That's all sorted out. This whole panel was painted. That panel was painted. That roof was painted, that panel was painted, the back bumper was painted, that rear quarter was painted, and that door was painted. The front bits have not been painted, but then again, I was quite happy with the paintwork on this, so I didn't think it needed it. I'm just going to have it paint corrected in the spring, when spring comes around, to just correct the new paint and make sure that it's all nice and flat and looks like a factory finish. So that's the outside. So that cost me £2,000, taking my spend up a lot more. But I do think it's looking rather spiffing, and I have restored one of the key things that is so great about this car, which is its color. So let's look inside then. I've also been painting. I got some leather dye paint, really good blend, and I painted my driver's seat bolster. I will share a picture of what it looked like before. Here's a close-up of the driver's side bolster, what it looked like before on the right-hand side and what it looks like now on the left. Not a bad result from a 25-pound bottle. Before, but now I think that looks pretty good. Oh. It's just a stain, but as you can see, all of this leather inside has been painted. Been cleaning the interior, so I've painted the interior as well as the exterior, so it's just a much nicer place to be. Right, let's fire it up.
Power on. The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. Successfully.
So I've been averaging 20.3 miles per gallon. Average speed 29. I've done 1,300 here and 2,000 before it was reset, so I've done 3,367 miles. The car has 130,000 miles on the clock now. I got it at 127, so yeah, that's not bad going. Let's get the meta glasses on and take it for a spin, shall we?
Power on. The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
So just cruising around on this lovely, crisp winter's morning out in the countryside. Roads are terrible, but this car, again, as I've mentioned previously in other reviews, handles the bumps really well, especially the amount of potholes that have started coming up recently because of the extreme weather. I've just really been loving driving it. I'm very aware that there's not much grip in this car because of the tires, so I've not been driving it like I normally would if it had Michelin's on it, but still I've been enjoying it, and it's a great pleasure to drive. It's always a treat every time I take it out for a drive, and that's why I try to drive it every day and treat myself every day. It's coming up over the horizon. So the way this car shifts weight is great, and yeah, this car's got me no warning lights, no engine management lights, and nothing throughout the winter. And I was expecting some electrical gremlins. In fact, I've seen Paul over at Life on Cars changing his earth wires and you know, and sorting out his earth terminals, and I'm thinking I desperately need to do that because I'm sure my earth wires really horrible looking. So I'm going to get that sorted out, but that shouldn't cost much once I can finally get the part. But apart from that, yeah, it's just been doing everything I've asked of it. So really enjoying this drive. And now that I know that it looks great too, not only on the outside but also on the inside. So one thing my OCD feels really good about is the fact that I've caked all of my leather seats with leather dye, self-sealing leather dye, which you can easily find on eBay. I paid £25 for a bottle, and I think that was really great value. I didn't even use the entire bottle in covering my whole interior with it. But the fact that I caked it on feels like I've got brand new leather. Like I feel like that leather surface hasn't been touched by anybody apart from myself, which is nice to know. So I've got new headlining, nice sumptuous fully sealed leather, and only my germs on top of it. So that's a nice feeling. Yeah, one of the things that just always strikes me about the X150 is how easily it just does everyday driving. Not many cars in this performance class can really allow you to do that. As you can see, you can just bob along and at very low revs, and you can keep your license. However, if you were to ever go out on the track or take it to the Autobahn, you're in for some serious action. So I really think it's great to drive it every day. So it really is a sleeper car as well. Not many people who look at it can tell how fast this car really is. So it is a bit of a sleeper car. But even those people who know how fast it is don't really know what a good drive it is. So there's three categories of people who view the X150. Those who don't know what it is and don't know how fast it is. Those who do know what it is and do know how fast it is. And then those who have driven it and know how well it drives. And I think, yeah, I'm trying to get as many people who are in the second category in the last category. So I am going to be uploading videos of other people driving the X150, those who haven't driven it before, and then getting their thoughts so people get a more objective opinion of the X150. Yeah, it's just, you gotta feel blessed on a morning like this. Finally the sun has come out, the rain has subsided, the cold freeze has finally calmed down, and I can get in my Jag and enjoy myself. Yeah, I think sometimes that's all you really need. And the car, I guess, is just purring very, very nicely. I'm really liking how throaty it sounds. Have a listen. That's nice. The growl of the V8 and the whining of the supercharger. They do make a great couple. Like playing Tetris. Pothole Tetris. Oh, I swear this is like an 80s video game. The British countryside. I swear the roads are terrible in Buckinghamshire. Buckinghamshire Council, sort it out. But that amount of road tax and council tax, this is unforgivable. Still, the X150 handles it well. My son-in-law had 2 flat tires visiting us inside a week during the big freeze. Poor kid. Baptism of ice. Yeah, well, yeah. But the X150, what a champion it is dealing with these crappy surfaces and still giving me all that power. Alright, that's enough now. There are children around. Oh yes. Just roll it along in your sleepy little village. Unassumingly. Nobody will know what this car has done or is capable of. As if butter wouldn't melt. Just slowly, slowly. Roll along in the sleepy villages. Mind the children and the animals. Respect all speed limits at all times. And especially in residential areas, the last thing you want is a dead animal on your conscience. So... I need to change my brake discs and pads, but also I would like to get Michelin All Sports on the car as well. So I'm guessing that'll be another £2,000 outlay for the brake discs and pads and the right rubber on this car. And then I think I will be done with this car and that project will be complete. But I do want to say all of that money that I've invested in this car, it's really paid off because I was really busy leading up to the wedding, and this car was asked to do some hard miles in some tough weather, and it didn't let me down, didn't miss a beat, and it was so reliable throughout. I really think it's a great car. It's earned my respect simply because it just kept going when I absolutely needed it to, and it's just done everything I've asked it to do in all weather conditions, all roads, all kinds of roads, in central London, out of central London, long distance drives, short distance drives. It's just done everything I asked of it, and I'm really, really pleased with this car. So that's really what I've been up to with regards to this car. Like I said, my plans are to now change the brake discs and pads and put fresh premium rubber on the car. And then as far as I'm concerned, the car will be done. I will do a paint correction on it myself, where I'm just going to flatten the new paint so it just kind of looks more mirrored. And less wavy, which all cars that are not factory painted do. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Until next time.